In this video, I'm gonna do my very best to break down the age-old question of libraries versus events in Final Cut Pro and when you should use one or the other. If I'm being honest, there really isn't a correct answer to this question. A lot of it is very subjective. It comes down to the project you're working on and your own personal workflow tastes. That said, I'm gonna share my personal workflow and you can decide if it works well for you or if you just wanna go back to doing whatever you're already doing. Here we are in Final Cut Pro, and I actually have 3 different libraries set up here. They're all set up slightly differently, and I'll just kind of cover the differences between each and every one of them. But firstly, what in the world is a library and what is an event? Well, a library I like to think of as a library in real life. A library contains all of the books. It has all of the genres, all the authors, and whatever else can be found inside of a library. But inside of that library are shelves, and you use shelves to easily navigate through the library. The different shelves are gonna have genres, they're gonna have authors, all sorts of things. That's exactly how I use libraries and events inside of Final Cut Pro. The library contains all of the media that I might possibly need for a project, and then I further categorize it into these shelves or events to easily navigate that library. So in this first project, it is just a typical tutorial project for me. So inside of this project, I just have a singular event. I don't make things too complex. I try to keep it as simple as possible. I really don't bring in a lot of media when I'm editing a tutorial. You can just see there's a few sound effects here, screen recordings, all that stuff. So because the project is so simple, I just leave it into a single bookshelf, aka event. But if I need to take this a step further with my categorization, and I'm not quite ready to create a whole other bookshelf for the media that I'm working with, then that's when I would use keyword collections. So if I expand out this Italy trip, which is just a little short video I'm making of my recent trip to Italy, which was absolutely incredible, you can see that I have, again, just a singular event here. But inside of that event, if I expand it out, are 3 keyword collections. So in this example, I used it to separate out the different camera video files. So I have the files that were shot on the Blackmagic iPhone app, I have the FX30 footage, and then I have the regular iPhone videos which were used when I wasn't using the Blackmagic camera app. So that is another way you can categorize. And at any time, if you need to, you can right click on your event and create a new keyword collection. You can also do that with Command-Shift-K. And that is super handy for categorizing your footage when you're not quite ready to build out a whole other bookshelf for the media you're working with. But what if things get a lot more complex? What if you are building out a documentary, a short film, something along those lines, and you have lots of scene changes and you have complex timelines all interweaving with each other? Well, that is when I would start to use more and more events. Taking a look at this version of a short film library I have set up here, unfortunately, I couldn't show you the footage of the actual short film I'm editing on, but you can kind of get a rough idea here. So when I select this library, again, it contains everything. So it contains all 3 projects that I have set up, but it also contains all of the media. If I expand that out further, I have 3 scenes. And this makes it super simple to edit on just a specific scene. I don't need to see the media from the scene happening at the end of the movie when I'm working at the very beginning of the movie. I could just jump into scene 1. Here we go. I have all the media for this particular scene ready to go. I have just the singular project, and now I can go onto scene 2, jump in there, we can do our editing, scene 3. But then, oh no, in scene 3, I need to recall to scene 1. Well, what we can do then is select our library and just go ahead and drag that media over into scene 3, and now we have access to it, no problem. Very easy to use. And then if we need further categorization, we could go ahead and add keyword collections, call this a cam. So it's totally up to you how you want to categorize that footage, but that is typically how I use an event. I just use it for a further set of categorization, typically when I'm working with different scenes. Now, it should be noted that you really don't need to stress too much about libraries because you can totally drag media from one library into another library. So for example, I could take footage from my Italy trip and bring it down onto this timeline of my adjustment layer video. So let's go ahead and do that. Just drop that in. That media is now there, and that automatically gets imported here into the event that was already established. So the main takeaway takeaways are you don't really need to stress all that much about events and libraries, but you can use them to your benefit to further categorize your footage so you can very quickly and easily navigate through your massive libraries. If this video was helpful to you, consider pressing that like button, consider subscribing, and you might want to check out this video where I get to announce one of the most exciting announcements for my channel ever. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.